everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to our new space. Do you love it? I was looking for a space that was calm but beautiful. I spend between 10 and 12 hours on most days in this space between filming, prepping, and editing. And I just wanted to create a place where you could come immerse yourself in beauty and softness and calmness and peace. And I hope I have created that and it comes through on the camera for you. I love this space and I don't even mind being in here for hours on end anymore editing because I've just created a space that just is peaceful. Now, if you like this pink color on the back, I have to tell you, I did not even know this color existed. This color, I have it in flat, but it is Cotton Candy by Sherwin-Williams. And now the dog's barking. That's awesome. Let me go see what she needs. Okay, I could edit that out, but why not just leave it in there? Because that is real life. She's barking at the FedEx guy. If she only knew that the FedEx guy is bringing her Chewy order, which is her food, maybe she wouldn't bark at him. But that is, yeah, that's just the way it goes when you're filming and your dog is running around. All right, so like the new space, I hope you do. I love it. I hope it just brings you a sense of calmness when you turn on one of my videos and you can just let the stresses of your world go away for however much time we have together. The time together today is gonna be spent talking about some of my favorite beauty hacks, especially for those of us with more mature skin. Now, there's a lot of suggestions of things to do and not to do, especially as we get more mature. And I would say that I used to be more gray on what types of tips and tricks to follow that were sort of hard yeses or hard nos. But I found that as I've gotten older, it's definitely more a definite yes or a definite no. That sounds so cryptic, doesn't it? What I mean by that is there's just techniques that will really help your makeup application look its very best on more mature skin. If you are new to makeup or you're reinventing yourself when it comes to your makeup look, then these tips are gonna be just great for you. If you are more advanced with your makeup, these may just be reminders for you, or you may just say, I don't need to hear those tips because I've heard them before and I'm gonna go find something else to do. Now, why would you do that? I don't know, because we have a lot of fun here, even if it's stuff you've already heard. So stick around because we're gonna talk about makeup hacks that every woman over 50 need to know. Hack number one, always start with hydration. Hydrate your skin before you put on your foundation. A lightweight, nourishing moisturizer is essential to creating that soft, smooth, plump canvas to put your foundation on top of. Trust me, it makes your makeup glide on beautifully. I talk about this one a lot. This is the L'Oreal Collagen Moisture, look at, I need to pull it away because my eyes are getting so bad. The Collagen Moisture Filler. And I love this one because when you apply it, let it sit into your skin for, I don't know, 5 minutes or so is about how long I do it, and then go and apply your makeup on top of it. It's not greasy and it absorbs into the skin nicely and creates a nice barrier so that when you put your foundation on top of it, your skin underneath it already looks plump and hydrated. So think about adding moisturizer to your face before your foundation as your first step. Of course, sunscreen is really, really important, and then make sure that you've got some hydration before you start your makeup process. Hack number two, be sure to use a primer that has a little bit of glow to it, especially as we age. A mattifying primer can be a little bit drying on the skin and look dry on the skin. One of my favorite primers for more mature skin, often on the dry side, is the Laura Geller Spackle. It's a thicker formula, but really melts into the skin, giving you that layer of hydration as well as a primer. So it's kind of a 2-for-1. I don't use this as a moisturizer. I let my moisturizer sit into my skin, really absorb, and then I will add this primer. And then think about, where do you really need the primer? And for more mature skin, you really only want to put that primer where you tend to have more oil. For me, it's definitely in my T-zone. Now, where you have oil coming through on your skin can be completely different, but I absolutely love this primer. Whatever primer you have is fine. I would just suggest that you stay away from more heavy silicone primers. Those can sit heavy on the skin, and oftentimes, more times than not in my experience, they start to peel away or roll up a little bit with your foundation as the day wears on, and they don't seem to play as well when you layer other products, foundation, and then maybe even a powder or a bronzer, a cream product on top of them. I just find that they're best for single layers and not multiple layers. But that's been my experience. But again, a good primer if you're looking for one is the Spackle by Laura Geller for more mature skin. It's really hydrating. Hack number 3, when it comes to your foundation, look for one that is a thinner consistency and even one that has a 1% hyaluronic acid if you find that your skin is really dry. You want to avoid thicker formula foundations. If you saw my Friday face off 2 weeks ago, I'll link it right up here. I tried the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and before I even tried it, I knew that that review was not going to go well on more mature skin because that formula is just so thick. I still have it so you can see how thick. That is too thick of a foundation for our more mature skin. You really want one that is more thin in its consistency. And then you want to apply it with a damp beauty sponge. That breaks it down even to a more thin consistency, allows you to spread a thin layer everywhere, because a thicker or a heavier foundation really settles into fine lines and wrinkles and can make your makeup look, have you aged years and years beyond what you would ever want when you go out in public and in different light. So stay with a thin consistency foundation formula, as well as the application with a damp beauty sponge that thins it out even more while still giving you the coverage that you're looking for. The 4th hack, when it comes to concealer, think about concealer as a brightener instead of a full coverage for this under eye area. You really want to get the coverage that you're looking for in this area with your lightweight foundation, and then go back in with your concealer to brighten up just underneath this under eye area. As I've gotten older, I like to brighten this triangle sort of on down the sides of my nose and up through my cheeks, and then softly blend that blush right in the inner corner of that triangle. But you really want to think about the consistency of the formula when it comes to your concealer. Just like foundation that we just talked about, look for a thinner consistency in your concealer. Now, if you have a concealer that's a little thicker that you absolutely love, then I would just dilute it a little bit with a setting spray. You can even dilute it a little bit with that primer that we talked about earlier, this Laura Geller primer. Just thin it out a little bit and then apply it just where you need it, and then blend it up and blend it down so that it looks very soft and natural. Hack number 5, learn to embrace cream blushes. And cream can be cream or liquid, but it is not powder. So if you have powder blush, use it sparingly. In fact, you can use your powder blush. Let me open this one. Hope I like pink because that just went all over the floor. Clearly I like pink. If you do only have a powder blush and you're like, I don't want to go buy a new one until I've used all the one I have, no worries. Take your blush brush, damp it with a little bit of setting spray, and then put it right inside your blush, tap off any excess, and then put it just on the apples of your cheeks or wherever you like your blush application. However, once that's gone and you are ready to replenish your blush supply, go in and grab a, well, don't grab it, pay for it first, of course. Look for a cream or a liquid blush. Now, I apply this the same way regardless of the formula. Cream, liquid, powder, it's all the same. I still like to go in with the brush on top of my, now if you're in a really big hurry and you're like, I can just dot it, perfectly fine. But I don't find that it takes that much extra time, and the end result is that much better when you go in with your brush, go on the tip of that blush, no matter the formula, and then just pat it right where you want it. It just gives more of a flushy tone look to your blush and less of a blush look. Unless that's what you're going for. And then who am I to judge? It's judge-free zone makeup here. It's whatever you want. But if you want a more soft, natural look, that would be my tip. All right, hack number 6 is to define your eyes softly. The first tip for that is to start going from a black eyeliner, if that's your go-to, to a brown eyeliner. I know, for those of us that have loved the black for years and years, just trust me on this. Go to a brown, go to dark brown if you have to start first, but go to a nice soft brown to use as your eyeliner. Now when it comes to the application of your eyeliner, and I cannot find mine right now, so I'm just going to demonstrate with an eyebrow pencil. It's all fine. You want to take the eyeliner pencil and go right along your upper lashes, and then go back with a brush or your finger and just smudge it ever so lightly so that you're giving some definition to the upper lash line. And for a more polished, soft, natural look that doesn't pull down your eye, skip the eyeliner underneath, go in with a little bit of a lighter color eyeshadow so that you have a nice soft look, again, just to give some definition to your eye, but you don't want it so heavy that it pulls the whole look of the eye down. And then just take your finger at that outer corner and swipe it up so that wherever that line is on the top, it ends in an upward motion. When you use your eyeliner and then smudge it, it just gives an uplifted, soft look to your eyes. With more mature skin, that's a really flattering look. Hack number 7 is to emphasize your natural eyebrows. Now, what I mean by this is you may have noticed that as you've gotten older, your eyebrows have just shrinked in size. Not only are they thinner, but they're not as far out on the sides, and they may have lost their lineup with the inside of your nose. I guess that's the outside of my nose, but you know, straight line right up here. That's where your eyebrow should start no matter your age. So you want to grab either an eyebrow pencil or an eyeshadow that is a shade or two lighter than your natural brow. Whether you've found that you need to extend it on the inside of your brow, or when you pull a pencil this way and it touches your nose and goes to the corner of your eye and out here, you may need to extend the brow on either side. In my case, I need to extend it on both sides. And again, the key here is to use a soft eyeshadow that is a shade or two lighter than your natural brow. Hack number 8, go for creamy lipstick shades. When it comes to our lips, a creamy satin finish formula is much more flattering on more mature skin. Matte formulas can settle into lines and almost look more drying to the lips. And as we're getting older, I know for me, my lips look dry anyway. So I want to put something that's more of a satin finish that gives a little bit of gloss and some hydration to the lips. And then you want to keep those in more neutral or lighter shades. Going too dark with lipstick on more mature lips can be a bit harsh unless you're going to a super glam night or something. So keep it more of the natural, a little bit of like your natural lip color, just a shade or two darker. My favorite color, you guys, I talk about this one all the time, is Wedding Day by Lawless. I'll put a picture of it right here so you can see, but it is I love that color and it looks really flattering on a lot of different skin tones. If your skin tone is too dark, it may look too washed out, so you'll need to go with something darker. But if your skin tone is more light to medium like mine, that Wedding Day by Lawless is a really good neutral pink. And hack number 9, set all of this really lightly with a loose setting powder or a setting spray. Now, if you're not sure which one to use this rule of thumb. If you have oily skin and or you like a more matte finish to your foundation, then use a setting powder. But as we age, powders become less of your friend, so you want to use a really, really light dusting of setting powder. If you like a more natural, glowy finish to your foundation, then you're gonna wanna use a setting spray to lock in that foundation. e.l.f. has some really good setting sprays. They have about 3 or 4 different ones. Their Power Grip, I think it's called Power Grip. I think it's Power Grip by e.l.f. is a really good one. You wanna shake it up, and this does not contain alcohol, which is another big plus for those of us with more mature skin. But you just really softly go over all of your makeup and it is locked in for hours. There you have it, some of my favorite makeup hacks for a stunning, youthful makeup look that lasts you throughout the day. Let me know in the comments which one of these you are most excited to try. And if you've been this far in the video and you have not subscribed to the channel, I would love it for you to hit that subscribe button because we are getting close to 100,000. And you can help me hit a goal of reaching 100,000 subscribers before the end of this year. I'm secretly hoping to hit it before Christmas as an early Christmas present, but I will take the end of this year. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Well, that does it for me today, you guys. I hope this was worth the extra day. You know, I normally get these out on Friday, but I was busy this week with all this, so I got a little bit behind. I hope it was worth it. And I look forward to seeing you guys in just a couple days. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.